Hi, my name is Brianna. I'm an intuitive, a psychic medium, and an energy reader. I channel messages from Holy Spirit. I am available for personal readings. My information is in the description box below. Let's see what Holy Spirit wants to illuminate for us today. I'm going to start off with tarot. Then I'm going to pull from the Dream Weaver's Oracle. And last, I'm going to pull from the Wisdom of the Oracle. Well, this is an interesting message that Spirit has for us today. So in the tarot, we've got 3 of Wands. This is about starting a new chapter, waiting for your ships to come in, having the fire and the passion to begin a new journey. Then we've got the 3 of Pentacles, which is about working together, building something in the earth plane, learning, doing teamwork to build that thing. And then we have 3 of Swords, which is about heartbreak. So we had 3 threes in a row. The number 3 is all about creation, the birth of something new. So what this is telling us is that we were waiting for ships to come in. We were working on building something. We were doing that. But that brought us heartbreak. It didn't work out the way that we were hoping. So the next tarot card we have here is 8 of Cups. This is about walking away from something that is no longer emotionally fulfilling us. This person is leaving these 8 cups to go find the other 2 cups so this person can have the 10 of Cups. That fulfillment, that emotional fulfillment. So what this is telling us is that we have been trying to create something, to birth something that did not work out, that did not make us happy or fulfill us. And that's why we are walking away from that situation. This card is all about being codependent, an unhealthy codependence, and learning how to be independent. About letting go of codependent relationships and learning the value of interdependence. This card is all about forward movement, coming out of a slow period, and a time for action. What is the action? Walking away from what was no longer emotionally fulfilling us. So this is telling us that what we were trying to build was something that was an unhealthy codependent situation. And so we are learning from that. We learned from our heartbreak. We learned that we need to walk away to find our emotional fulfillment, to no longer be holding on to things that are codependent and not bringing us happiness, to then have forward movement after this time of disappointment and difficulty. The wisdom of the oracle is telling us that there's a fork in the road right now for us. We can choose to keep trying to build something that brings us heartbreak, or we can choose to walk away and learn the value of being independent. And these other 2 wisdom of the oracle cards are telling us to be in a receiving frame of mind. Yin is a receiving energy. It's about relaxing and receiving. To the sea is all about drifting, letting it go, allowing it to come to you. So as we continue on this next chapter of our journey, as we are waiting for the ships to come in for what's coming next, the forward movement that we are doing this with is not forcing it, is not trying to make something happen, is not trying to build on the earth plane right now, but instead to be in a receiving mode. And when we open ourselves up to Spirit and we ask Spirit to come and to bring us this emotional fulfillment that we are looking for, because we are walking away from what did not fulfill us, that's when it has room to come in. When we are working away at something and trying to make something happen, that shuts the door for Spirit to come in. But when we are in a receiving energy and we relax, now we are allowing Spirit to come in. So the decision that we are making right now is based upon our broken heart. That gives us the incentive to walk away from what's been hurting us. Why was it hurting us? Because we were codependent on something. This could be a person. This could be anything of the world that we thought was going to bring us happiness. It could be a situation, a job. It doesn't matter what it is. Whatever it was, we were being codependent upon that thing to bring us happiness. It did not work out. And now we are being encouraged to walk away from what is not emotionally serving us and to open ourselves up to Spirit, who will bring us what is our highest and best. At the bottom of the tarot deck is the Ace of Cups. This is new beginnings in love. So when we walk away from what was no longer fulfilling us, then there is room for new love to come in. This can be love with another person. This can be love of a situation, a job, anything in your life. It doesn't matter. Under this Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands. This is a card of stability, celebration, marriage. But under that is the Four of Swords. We are healing right now. We are healing from this heartbreak. And that's what's causing us to walk away. And that is what opens the door to something new, a new beginning that brings us the stability. And at the top of the deck is the Death card. This is all about transformation. Something old needs to die so something new and beautiful can be born. There's a sunrise in the background waiting to come up to shine light. So these two energies are telling us that something has ended so something new and beautiful can begin. And at the top of the deck underneath this Death card is the Two of Cups. This is about exchanging love. So again, whether it's a person, a job, a situation, it doesn't matter. When you walk away from these 8 cups, you will find those other 2 cups. Here are those other 2 cups that leads to the 10 of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment. If you found this reading helpful, please like. Subscribe if you haven't. Share these readings with others if you think others would benefit. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Till next time.